Welcome to Supernatural History TV, where today we will talk about the secret cult of the bull-horned gods. Throughout history, humankind has been worshipped or tormented by bull-horned deities. Many ancient gods would be depicted with horned crowns as form of godhood and divinity. The cult of the bull. One of the most famous accounts of a divine bull is from the Greek island of Crete, where the Minotaur was created. On the island of Crete, the king named Minos promised the god Poseidon to sacrifice one of the famous Crete bulls. The king did not fulfill the request and instead sacrificed a different one. The gods punished him, making his wife Queen Pasiphae desire the bull. With the help of Daedalus and Icarus, made wooden bull, allowing the queen to lay with the bull. In turn, the Minotaur was born. She named it Asterion. But the Minotaur began to be too monstrous and was unable to care for him. The Minotaur began to feast on humans. The Minoan king ordered Daedalus and Icarus to build a labyrinth. King Minos commanded Daedalus and Icarus to build a grand labyrinth to house his wife's son, Asterion or Mintauros. The Minotaur would receive an annual sacrifice of youths and maidens to quench its hunger. The act of sacrificing youths to a divine bull is not unique. Why does the worship of a bull monster need sacrifice? Crete was famous for its trade throughout the Mediterranean. Could it be that the people of ancient Crete interacted with the people of the Near East and adopted child sacrifice from the religions of the Levant and Near East? The ancient Canaanite god Moloch. The worship of Moloch is found in the historical and prophetic literature of the Bible, and even in the Pentateuch, where there are laws of holiness that speak about giving or passing children to Moloch. Ancient depiction of Moloch is depicted as having the body of man, but the head of a bull. In Hebrew, his name is mentioned as MLK, which stands for Melech, which is loosely translated as the king.
They placed their abominations in the house that bears my name and defiled it, and they built the shrines of Baal that are in the valley of Ben Hinnom, where they offered up their sons and daughters to Moloch when I had never commanded, or even though of commanding, that they should do such an abominable thing, and so bring guilt on Judah.
Moloch is one of the few ancient gods that demanded human sacrifice. One of the most famous instances of human sacrifice was during the siege of Carthage, when the Roman Republic discovered the mass sacrifices to Moloch. In the Bible, Jewish kings Ahaz and Manasseh were influenced by the Assyrians, who built high places of worship to Moloch at Toheth, outside of Jerusalem.
The people of Judah have done evil in my eyes, declares the Lord. They have set up their detestable idols in the house that bears my name and have defiled it. They have built the high places of Topheth in the valley of Ben Hinnom to burn their sons and daughters in the fire, something I did not command, nor did it enter my mind. So beware, the days are coming, declares the Lord, when people will no longer call it Topheth or the valley of Ben Hinnom, but the valley of slaughter, for they will bury the dead in Topheth until there is no more room.
Ancient deities and the crowns of horns. Bulls and their horns have been shown as sign of divinity since the beginning of time. Horns are a mark of divinity that has been around since the Kassite period to the Neo-Babylonian period and the Persian period. Horns were symbols, but also seen in many of the ancient gods, such as Baal, who was known to take the form of a bull or ram and wore a crown made of bull horns. He is often depicted in carvings wearing a crown of horns or having horns on his head. Many Sumerian king and gods were depicted as wearing horned crowns as symbol of authority and divinity. However, Baal, unlike Moloch, was considered to be god of fertility, but some rabbinical texts suggest that Moloch and Baal are connected in some way. The horned cap was a superimposed pair of horns that would represent a headdress for deities and heroes. Why bulls? Bulls have always been shown to be a divine symbol, such as in the Epic of Gilgamesh, where the gods sent a divine bull from the goddess Inanna to punish him. Enkidu climbs up the bull's tail, distracting it, and Gilgamesh kills it with a blow to the head with his axe. The cult of the bull still being worshipped today. An example of the ritual to Moloch can be seen in a reenactment at the secret society at Bohemian Grove, where a group of people do a ritual called cremation of care. This ritual is where the club member simulates the sacrifice of a child to a great owl statue in the manner of ritual sacrifice to Moloch. Is the description of Moloch similar or resembles the story of the Minotaur? Why is it that Moloch worship is still happening today, and what benefit does its practitioners get from it? Let me know in the comments below, and remember to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more Supernatural History TV.